right now on CAPS 13 News. Pittsburg High School students hold their annual social issues play, and Walmart announces cuts to their board of directors. Plus, a Pittsburg State track and field athlete sets a national mark. All that and more on this edition of CAPS 13 News.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of CAP 13 News. I'm Salome Praladze.
And I'm Paula Del Trejo. The city of Pittsburgh looks to transform a former industrial site.
And Earth Day celebrations are planned throughout the 4 states, but first, Pittsburgh State student receives regional accolades. Kansas City chapter of Financial Executives International honors a Pitt State senior as outstanding student in finance and accounting. With a triple major in finance, management, and economics, Viet Bon, a Vietnam native, is one of the 3 regional university students to receive the academic award from FEI Kansas City chapter, which has more than 200 members representing area companies and organizations. As president of a leading association connecting senior-level financial executives, Brian Griffin says sponsoring the annual academic awards is a way to help developing next-generation leaders in the region.
And for me, it was a great honor, seeing people who doing a fantastic job right now out in the industry, and then they recognize my achievement, and it's like getting say an honor from them. That was great.
Pittsburgh community members had a chance Tuesday to learn how a federal brownfield grant could transform a former industrial site in the city. The goal of the project is to repurpose the Mission Clay Products property located between Joplin and Rose Street, with north-south boundaries from 7th Street to down to Washington. Elan, the firm working on the project, say they are taking plenty of input and ideas from the community and city officials. From those ideas, Elan will put together a plan of action and will be back in Pittsburgh by late summer to share those ideas at an open house.
Pittsburgh High School newest social issues play about technology addiction had its world premiere Wednesday. Our very own William Eigenman has more on this story.
Pittsburgh High School premiered their 7th original theatrical play called Digital Natives Wednesday evening. It's a social issues play that explores some important themes about technology addiction and some of the potential harms it may be causing American society.
I think people getting used to technology makes them less comfortable talking to people face to face. They're so used to being able to think about what they say and not having to respond right away. And so talking face to face and being able to think on their feet especially becomes a lot harder.
The play constantly argues between the many benefits today's technology provides and the apparent negative consequences of being addicted to that same technology, especially cell phones. Before the script could be finalized, Greg Shaw's class had to do plenty of research in order to make the play authentic and relatable.
There's a section in here in the play where they go over a lot of statistics. And when I first heard these statistics, I was like, wow, a lot of these really pertain to me. I'm part of that percentage, or I'm part of that group of people.
I think a lot of the kids who come are going to relate, and I think that they're probably going to realize, like, oh, some of this stuff is what I do. I think some of the things may be a little much, but I definitely think that a lot of it is spot on because I've seen some of it. Some people can't be without their phones.
At the end of the performance, the audience had a chance to engage the cast in a Q&A session. Greg Shaw, Pittsburgh High School's theater director, says that he's very proud of the production and he hopes that it will get everyone talking about this topic.
We simply want to start a conversation. We want families to sit down and have a conversation about this topic at their dinner table or on a car ride to grandma's house or whatever the case may be. So we're not here to say that it's bad. We're not here to say that it's good. We're here to say we have concerns. By no means any of us are experts on this topic, but we are educated on this topic, and we've spent a semester really trying to work on our education. Now we feel like we can get up here and do this piece of theater, and hopefully it'll be thought-provoking. Hopefully it will get some people to ask some questions of one another. And if we do that, then it can't help but be effective towards creating some sort of positive change.
the group will perform their last show Friday morning for Pittsburg High School at the Memorial Theater. For CAPS 13 News, I'm William Eigenman.
The theater program at Pittsburg State is hosting a production of their own this week at the Bignell Family Center for the Arts. The Shape of Things is an aggressive look at the nature of love, art, and manipulation. The play is directed by graduate student Katie Almond and is intended for mature audiences. Tickets are available through the Bignell Center box office or online at pittstate.edu. Events performance are slated for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m., with matinees Saturday and Sunday at 2. Walmart announced Thursday its intent to shrink its board of direction from 15 to 12 members. The moves come as part of an effort to make the leadership of the company more adaptable to change. 4 of the current Walmart board members, including Jim Walton, son of Walmart founder Sam Walton, are retiring. Only one spot will be open to a replacement, expected to be Jim Walton's son, Stuart Walton. The changes will take place June 3rd at the annual Walmart shareholders meeting in Fayetteville. The news comes on the heels of Walmart percentage announcement of expand omnichannel grocery offerings. The company anticipates curbside grocery pickup to be available at 200 stores in 30 markets before the end of fiscal year and has set a goal to achieve curbside grocery at all of their over 4,000 outlets. Walmart experienced their first ever year-over-year drop in revenues in fiscal year 2016 as increased pressure from online retailers and store closures hampered growth. The company has 2 outlets in Pittsburgh area and over 1,000 locations in 4 states.
Pittsburg State University hits a record number in online education. In 2016, of the more than 450 courses offered for the summer session, more than 156 are online. The number sets an all-time record for Pittsburg State online offerings for a single summer semester. The popularity of summer online classes among students continues to increase. The courses allow students the flexibility to continue education regardless of where they are, taking advantage of the chance to accelerate their academic program.
Coming up, Pittsburg State holds their annual Spring Fling for students.
And in sports, a Gorillas track and field athlete sets an NCAA Division II mark. We are back after these important messages.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough.
Have a nice trip.
I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
I rose to glory as the 20s roared. I wept with you through dust and want, gave courage through dark years of war. And then came peace, and we laughed wholeheartedly once again.
Attention PSU students. Pittsburg State's cloud-based printing solution, GusPrint, has now been improved with Print Anywhere. Students can now upload a document from any internet-connected device and print at any of the convenient release locations on campus using Banana Bucks. For more information on GusPrint, Print Anywhere, and how to get Banana Bucks, visit www.pittstate.edu/GusPrint.
Pittsburg State held their annual Spring Fling for students this week. With more are Taylor Spieth.
Students gathered this Monday at the Plaster Center for an end-of-the-year celebration. Students could participate in activities such as inflatables, laser tag, games, a photo booth, music, and food. The Spring Fling was hosted by GAB and RHA. GAB member Caitlin Madden gives some information.
The entire point of all our events is that they bring all the students together. And so for this event, there's a lot of different student organizations involved, and it's kind of the best way to end the year with a bang. So I'm a general member, and so I just kind of help out wherever it's needed, but it seems like this one's doing well so far.
Different campus organizations put up booths and provided free gifts or food for students. They also had games at their booths so students could win prizes. One of the booths, being the NBA Association of Pitt State, put up a booth to let students know about their club.
My name is Molly Drapo. I'm in the NBA Association from Kels College of Business. I'm actually the vice president of recruiting, so just trying to get the word out that we have a pretty cool club.
The Spring Fling was held from 5 to 7:30 p.m. To end the night, the movie Star Wars The Force Awakens was shown on the new screen in the Plaster Center. For Caps 13, I'm Taylor Spieth.
On Sunday, April 24th, the Pittsburg State University Choirs will be celebrating Earth Day in the Lyndon Lee Performance Hall of Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. The choirs represent For the Beauty of the Earth music in celebration of Earth Day 2016. It will be held at 7:30 p.m. It's free and open to the public.
Walt Disney Pictures has recently released a new animation, Zootopia, which has been receiving good critics from the fans all around the world. Here is my evaluation of the popular movie.
Arriving, Zootropolis Express. Fireball.
One jumbo pop for my little boy.
$15.
Oh no, I don't have my wallet. Please don't be mad at me. Here you go. 2 paws. Yeah.
Welcome to the urban jungle, everyone. Take your seat and get ready for yet another of Walt Disney's enjoyable cartoons, starring Shakira, Idris Elba, Jennifer Goodwin, and Jason Bateman. Zootopia is not only for kids, adults will also enjoy it a lot too. Judy Hopps makes her childhood dream come true and becomes the first rabbit officer in the police department of nearby city Zootopia. Despite graduating top of her class, Judy is excluded from handling the top priority missing predator cases and assigned to parking duty by Chief Bogo, who doubts her potential. During one of her shifts, she meets Nick Wilde, cynical con artist fox. Judy is able to unleash her potential and talent. She volunteers to take charge of the missing Otteron case. The sensible rabbit tracks Nick down and blackmails him into assisting her with the investigation.
Whatever you do, do not let go.
I'm gonna let go.
What?
We need to get past these guards.
Quit it. You're gonna start a howl.
Will Judy and Nick, Honest Rabbit and Crafty Fox solve the case in 24 hours and uncover the conspiracy? Will they fall in love? If you're really interested to find out the answers, go and watch the movie. You won't regret it. Coming up in sports, the Pittsburg State track team hosts the Gorilla Classic as track and field season winds down.
Plus, Pittsburg State baseball team heads across the border to take on rival Missouri Southern. Zach Mitchell joins us for our Caps 13 sports update after this.
Welcome back. With your Caps 13 Sports Update, I'm Zach Mitchell. Last weekend, Pittsburg State hosted the Gorilla Classic at Carney Smith Stadium. And once again, for the Gorillas, it was a thrower taking center stage. While competing at the 8th annual David Surnham Gorilla Classic, senior shot putter Garrett Apier posted the second best mark in NCAA 2 history while winning the event. His winning throw was measured at 65 feet and 11 inches, the second best collegiate mark in all levels, only behind UCLA's Nicholas Scarvelis, who threw an even 67 feet. After throwing his winning throw, Apier posted his 6th consecutive meet victory, dating back to the 2015 season. For his efforts, Apier was once again named the MIAA Men's Athlete of the Week. He is currently the top-ranked shot putter in Division II and will put his skills to the test once again this week at the Kansas Relays in Lawrence. Pittsburg State men's and women's basketball teams each add one new member to their squads this week. Pittsburg State women's basketball team announces the signing of Marina Buza beginning in 2016. Buza is a 6'2" forward from Palma, Mallorca, Spain. The past 2 years, she had played in the Balearic Islands top league and had made the All-State team both years. Head coach Lane Lord said, "We are very excited to have Marina join us. We believe she will help fill the hole left by seniors Kathy Brugman and Kylie Gafford." The Pittsburg State men's basketball team also added a new member to their squad, Christian Edmondson, a senior from Flower Mound, Texas High School. Edmondson earned First Team Texas Class 6A All-District honors his senior season after becoming the first player in his school's history to average a double-double for the season. During his senior output, he contributed 14.5 points per game and grabbed 10.5 rebounds per game, while shooting 57% from the field. Edmondson is the second prep player to sign with Pitt State for the 2016 and 2017 season, joining Brandon Smithy from Flower Mound Marcus High School. Wednesday, April 20th, the struggling Pittsburg State Gorilla baseball team traveled to Joplin, Missouri to take on the Lions in hopes of capturing a victory against their interstate rivals. George Brandecker was on the mound for the Gorillas to start out the day. Brandecker went 7 innings. He only allowed 3 hits while striking out 13 Lions batters and only allowed 1 runner to cross home plate. Fellow teammate Jack Mercer had 1 hit, scored once, while getting 4 runners in, while his other teammate Jacob Boylan had a more productive night, collecting 2 hits, scoring twice, and hitting 1 other runner. On the Missouri Southern side of the diamond, pitcher Matt Harvey went only 1.1 innings, giving up 7 hits and 6 runs. Chris Hoffman was the most productive Lion, getting 3 hits, scoring the only run for his team. On a home run, it just so happened to be. Jesse Rawl was the only other Lion to get a hit off the Gorillas pitchers. The Gorillas would go on to blow out the Lions 10-1. There are over 350 student athletes here on Pittsburg State's campus. Every single one of those talented young men and women were present as special guests on Wednesday, April 20th at John Lance Arena for the inaugural Spring Student Athlete Banquet. Pittsburg State athletics officials and community-honored seniors for all sports recognized outstanding athletic and academic achievements, and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Yesterday, Kylie Gafford and Josiah Gustafson took home the Commerce Bank Female and Male Outstanding Student Athletes of the Year. Gafford, the proud owner of a 3.98 GPA as a biology and pre-med major, was a 4-time MIAA Academic All-American, as well as the MIAA Scholar Athlete of the Year this season. Her court numbers were nearly matched her academic stats as she averaged 3.2 points per game and a team-best 5.9 rebounds per game for the Elite 8 qualifying women's Gorilla team. Her male counterpart, Josiah Gustafson, has a 3.4 GPA as a business management major. The junior has made the MIAA Academic Honor Roll 3 years in a row. His totals of 15.4 points per game, coupled with a nearly 50% shooting from the field, as well as an outstanding 47% from 3. That does it for your Caps 13 Sports Update. Coming up, we go inside the kitchen for 2 scoops of excellent cooking tips. Keep it right here.
Are you afraid that your child might have dyslexia or a reading difficulty? If so, you're not alone. 1 in 5 children experience reading failure. Your child might have dyslexia or a reading difficulty if he or she sounds out the first part of a word and guesses the rest of it, avoids reading, is falling behind his or her class in reading, or hates to read out loud. We know how much parents and teachers worry about their children and students who are experiencing reading difficulty. Complete the online assessment with your child at readingscreening.org.
See this dog? He looks happy enough, right? Yeah, happy for a dog in a dog shelter. For a dog without a loving owner, I suppose it looks happy. These cats also look pretty happy. And this cat just doesn't even look like it cares at all. Do what this person's doing and put a leash on a dog and take it home. So come adopt an animal, whether it's a dog or a cat, or even this rabbit. But please adopt it because you want to, not because you're being guilt-tripped by Sarah McLachlan. Adopt a pet at your local SPCA or Humane Society.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough.
Have a nice trip.
I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
Welcome back. We'll finish this season of Cap 13 News with food.
We'll go inside the kitchen twice this week. First, Mina Ji-hong shows us how the proper way to whip up a staple of dorm rooms everywhere, instant noodle soup.
That looks delicious.
As you know, noodles are familiar. They are all around us. Above all, instant noodles are good friends to students who don't have time, money, or special kitchen. Anyone can follow the direction on the back of the noodle package to boil water and sprinkle in the spice packet, but connoisseurs will add extras like canned tuna, eggs, and cheese for enhanced flavor. Today, we are going to meet the new world of instant noodles. First, prepare the noodles. You can get easily in any mart. This one is Korean instant noodle. I recommend the kimchi taste. Completely remove lid and add soup base. Pour water up to the inside line. Microwave for 3 to 4 minutes. Stir well. Prepare chili pepper. Wash it and cut it. Next, prepare green onion. Wash it and cut it again. Put these in noodle soup. Break eggs. Put mozzarella on the top. Microwave again. Here comes the super instant noodle soup. This is jajang rice and it's made of black bean sauce. Pour it on the rice and microwave for 2 minutes. Let's mix it. It would be better with kimchi. From now, you can make Michelin-style noodles in your dorm easily. Cap 13, I'm Mina Jung.
That looks delicious.
Now let's see how that stacks up against Caleb Rainfro as he goes inside the kitchen to make the fantastic new recipe.
If you have ever dreamed pizza could come in the form of a muffin, then this recipe is for you. Cap 13's Caleb Rainfro shows you how to make pizza cups right now.
Welcome to the show. First, you will need a muffin pan, 1 pound of pork sausage, a 14-ounce jar of pizza sauce, 20 ounces of biscuit dough, and mozzarella cheese. First, you will cook the sausage on medium in a pan until it is browned. Next, you will drain the grease and add in the pizza sauce. You should get something like this lovely mixture here. Now take the muffin pan and grease it with some cooking spray. Take your biscuit dough and flatten them out to put into the muffin pan. It should resemble this. You will want to use the mixture made earlier to fill the muffins, about 2 spoonfuls per cup. Finally, add in some mozzarella cheese on top. Now cook the pizza cups for 10 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees. They should look like these delicious morsels here. Pizza cups.
I might try that, but pizza delivery is still my lifesaver.
I love pizza, but nothing compares to my chocolate chip cookies. I love them so much. This does this for this week's edition of CAP 13 News. For more or for archived episodes, visit the Pittsburg State website and search broadcasting.
Also visit us on Twitter at caps_13. Stay tuned to Caps 13 for more great programming.
Run! Run!
No, let's
wait!
No, hold on.
No!
Oh, can you do that again? It'd be the perfect vine.
Are
please.
you
Please,
kidding
just do it
me?
one more time.
No way!
This is going on Instagram. Foodie.
What are you doing?
Oh, you want to take a selfie?
No, I don't want to take a selfie.
I wonder who that could be. Larry Litterton, what brings you here this fine evening?
It's garbage day, bozo.
What the heck, man?
You wouldn't want somebody to pollute your home, so why pollute theirs?